Evangelizing people, what's good? I'd like to talk to you today about masturbation. Where in the Bible does it say it is a sin to masturbate? I don't think it specifically says thou shalt not touch yourself, but I'd like to invite you to the book of Genesis, chapter 38. At that time, Judah left his brothers and went down to stay with a man of Adullam named Hira. There Judah met the daughter of a Canaanite man named Shua. He married her and made love to her. She became pregnant and gave birth to a son who was named She conceived again and gave birth to a son and named him Onan. She gave birth to still another son and named him Shelah. It was at Kezib that she gave birth to him. Judah got a wife for his firstborn, and her name was Tamar. But Judah's firstborn, was wicked in Yahuwah's sight, so Yahuwah put him to death. Then Judah said to Onan, sleep with your brother's wife and fulfill your duty to her as a brother-in-law, to raise up offspring for your brother. But Onan knew that the child would not be his, so whenever he slept with his brother's wife, he spilled his semen on the ground to avoid providing offspring for his brother. What he did was wicked in Yahuwah's sight, so Yahuwah put him to death also. So, let's break this down a little bit. He was having sex, and he spilled his seed on the ground, right? Firstly, he was having sex within the confines of marriage according to the law. That should be stated. But I'd say that since sin, there's no ranking. My human understanding, I'd say it's better to fornicate than masturbate. And as you can see, like, it is possible to fornicate without ejaculating. I mean, it's probably possible to... We're not going into that. This isn't exploring it. This is the word. Basically, you can't... it's very unlikely that you're masturbating to not spill your seed. You will always be spilling your seed. And God saw wickedness in that. And because it was so wicked, he put someone to death for it. And this is representative of a spiritual death that we suffer when we ejaculate. Like King David talked in the Psalms about his head being anointed with oil. That is the oil of, so basically from your pituitary gland, so the oil flows down to down your spine basically, to the bottom, to the sacrum. And then it stays there for 3 days and goes back up. It's been compared to the resurrection of Christ because he stayed in the tomb for 3 days and then he rose up. There is esoteric value in that, but also the historical accuracy of Christ is undeniable. I believe that God is and does speak through the actions and lives of his servants in an esoteric way. There are many things in the Bible that can be considered esoteric, and I also believe they're completely historical truth. And I think that's all I've got to say. Peace, shalom, God bless you all.